Hi, I'm Lori Flackett of Soltar Solutions, and I am here today with Starr Pilmore, author of, here I have her book right here, Fun with Visualization. And I'm really excited to be having Starr here today because we're not only going to talk about fun with visualization, we're also going to talk about fun with goal getting. Yes, that is going to be our focus of the day. But before we do that, there are a few things I want to say. I felt bad yesterday, or it was Friday, when I was talking about the tulips and how, if you go late on Friday, you're not going to get great tulips at Trader Joe's. So I do want to say I am a tea drinker, and this is the tea that I love, and I get that at Trader Joe's. So if you're a tea drinker and you like strong tea, you like the real deal, this is it. So I always drink this tea. I love this tea. I'm not working for the company yet, but I do love this tea. So we are going to talk about goal getting. So, Starr, thank you so much for coming on the Hangout today. How are you?
Thank you, Lori. It's fun to be here. This is new for me as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun just to get used to everything. So yeah, let's get started.
Okay, so getting started, where are you? I know you wrote the coaching program. I know you sold the coaching program, and people are already experiencing success from the coaching program. How far into the book are you? Give us a little bit of when can we expect to see this book?
It is funny that you say that because I specifically wrote the coaching program first. I want this to be very, very much experiential. I want everybody to have a guide, day by day, what we're going to do with our goals and how we move them forward. I also want to combine, we talk about goal getting, and I found a little piece missing. And as I observed my goals and other people's goals and some of my clients' goals, I found out that some goals actually get reached quicker than others, and I started thinking, well, why is that? What's up with that? And so I started going a little deeper and found that if we are congruent, mind, body, and spirit, with our goals, the goals seem to come easily and effortlessly. So that is the reason I decided to make the coaching program first. I am working on the book, and I do have a goal of April 15th of having that book done.
So April 15th, that's awesome. That's great. That's going to be it's right around the corner. So that's very exciting. So can you tell us, can you give us insight into what that thing that you discovered is?
You know, I believe we're all born with a purpose. And when we're living on purpose, have you ever noticed that difference of that ease and that flow of life, how wonderful life is, and everything's going easy? And as we reach our goals, everything is easy. And what I was realizing is there is a little bit of a connection there. And when we're living on purpose, our goals come easy. So I formed this goal-getting program around that. Around let's like delve into that. Let's delve into that mind, body, and spirit connection with our goals. Let's connect our goals with our purpose. And I have a funny example of it. Last year, I decided I wanted to move to Florida, and I'm getting my coaching program up and running, and I really wanted to, expand fun with visualization and, come up with some more in the series to kind of really get it up and running. I've had so much success personally, and my clients have had so much success with it. It was just something that I just love doing. I just love it. So as I went along, I also knew I needed to put food on the table, and I really didn't want to nurse, but I was like, well, remember your parents, every time they said, always find a good job, you can't go wrong with a good job? 'Cause that's how I felt about nursing. Is even though it was very satisfying for me, it kind of was my crutch because I used it as I always have it in my back pocket. You know, I can never go without a meal. I always have nursing. So I did, you know, I went to go put in my nursing license for Florida. Even though I really didn't want to do it, I wanted to focus on my coaching business. And it was funny. At every step of the way I went, I had difficulties getting my license. So finally I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go to Florida and really just work on my coaching and my book. And the funny thing happened is I was able to go to Florida, work on my coaching business in my book, you know, having great success of coming out with Fun with Goal Getting. And, you know, I really figured out that I didn't need that crutch of that nursing, oh, go to work, make a living, you know, as we're taught as children. So it was a really self-limiting belief for me that I was able to surface and dispel. But then I found a way that I want to use my nursing with my program. So we don't live in an or world, we live in an and world. And all of a sudden, I was like, I'm excited about getting my nursing license. Let's go ahead and get it now in Florida. And it was amazing. It was so funny. All the roadblocks that were there before just melted away, and within 2 weeks I had everything done. And now, April 10th, I'll get my nursing license in Florida because and here's the key. I aligned that with my purpose. I aligned those things with my purpose. My nursing license now is aligned with my purpose, and now it became easy and effortless to get. So that's just kind of an example, and it was funny because I had to learn by experience. So that's one of my experiences I learned is, you know, how do we make these congruent with our purpose in life and our passions in life? And then once we figure that out, our goals just come. They just come flowing easily.
It's interesting that you say that because when I left television, I felt like I escaped New York, and I left there with my hair on fire. I could not wait to get away from television. And it's really interesting that I started taking clients as a consultant, and one client was a filmmaker, another client was in television, another client was in video, and it was all these clients that were pulling me back into television. And now here I am. I do a TV show, Focus Forward. Now I'm doing these Google Hangout on air, which I absolutely love because I've never really been on camera. I was always in the production end, but it is so much fun, and I'm marrying the knowledge I have in television, the knowledge I have in production and broadcast with the information that I'm able to deliver as a consultant in marketing, in branding, in podcasting, in all of these things. And so I understand exactly what you're saying. So let's just, for 1 second, one of the things that I know that you know a lot about is tapping. And I've mentioned tapping so many times and why it's important. I've never had the book here before. So I know that you use tapping in your program. So can you give us a short, very short synopsis of tapping, and maybe even like what's the concept behind it? You know, you tap here, you tap there, and you're better. I mean, how does this work? Just a short thing on tapping.
Meridian tapping is amazing, and I have used it to help, you know, myself and others with those self-limiting beliefs. It's really good to use to kind of ingrain the positive beliefs. And how it works is, you know, when we're told something and we believe something, we get these limiting beliefs, and it's kind of like energy getting stuck. And now, as we do tapping, what we're doing is bringing that event up that got it stuck and we're doing tapping on these meridian points to free up that energy to allow it to flow through our body. And it happens so quickly, and most people are like, oh, that must have not worked because I don't feel that way anymore, and I just thought it was, just me. And it works that quickly. And people sometimes have a little hard time thinking it works because of that. But it's just, we're made of energy. Everything's made of energy. So it's just natural thinking that if we get these stuck energies as we allow them to flow, that it goes away.
So it's like a release of energy.
It's kind of unblocking energy. It would be no different than if we were talking about this the other day. If you had a part in your heart, an artery in your heart that was clogged, and they put a little stent in there to open it up, it's kind of the same way, except we don't use stents. We're able to flow that energy again. So it's kind of like a rotor-rooter for energy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You know me. I've got to think of an analogy for everything.
Exactly. That's great. So before we launch into talking about your goal program, I just want to say that I have quite a bit of experience with goals. I have my power goal here by my friend Christina. That's fabulous. And I have this goal-getting program from Brian Tracy, and I have a whole bunch of other goal-getting and self-help things there. And I really use this. I mean, this program really changed my life. In 2012, I worked very heavily with this program, and it was almost like the release of energy. Things just started happening right away. I took 8 straight days to work on this, and it was really a great use of my time. Now I started working with you on your goal-getting program. First of all, I worked this program, the Fun with Visualization, which was life-changing. This was absolutely life-changing. From that, I was able to do the business on the beach and actually pitch my idea of owning my own private island. I mean, it was just unbelievable amount that came from that. But then we started working the goal program, which was, if I understand correctly, and stop me if I'm wrong, that kind of came to be because of the business on the beach. Am I right about that?
That is correct. Just a lot of energy. Again, it was just such a great experience, that business on the beach, that I was able to come home and really just power focus and get that message out there, that I knew I needed another piece to Fun with Visualization, and this one really, really just resonated with me. It was just almost like it was being downloaded. As you know, we've already tested it. It's been working amazingly with myself and my clients, and it is just a wonderful, wonderful way of looking at goals.
So I want to dig a little bit deeper into it. I have a really good understanding because I've gone through the program. I love the program. I've achieved success from the program. But I just want to get your take on how this program, your program, the Goal Getting program, is different than maybe the Brian Tracy program or the Power Goals or Jack Canfield or just about anybody else out there that's doing goal setting. What's so different about your program?
That's a great, great question. When I experienced other goal-setting programs, I wanted to, I knew there needed to be a mind, body, and spirit connection. And I tried to find that as I went out there. And there may be some that I just missed, but I really wanted to combine those together and be very congruent with our goals, and make them about purpose, make them really stand out, and have them become easily and effortlessly, bringing them to us. Because again, I believe if everybody is living their dreams, then they will help others live their dreams, and we can just create these positive communities. And that's my goal with the Fun with Goal Getting program. And I really believe that if we're congruent with our purpose, our goals just flow to us. So it's a kind of a new way of looking at it. You know, we do exercises that help the mind through visualization and meditation. I actually, do some for the body. You know, we want to be healthy to be able to go complete our goals. So I talk about, just simple exercises and combining things together. Again, combining things. Simple things like going out on a gratitude walk. And then, our soul. What is our purpose? What is that thing that brings us alive? What is that thing that brings passion to us? So I talk a lot about that also.
Well, it sounds amazing. So, for the average person out there that may not have just spent, 3 years with Jack Canfield and time with, Brian Tracy and reading all these books that that we're doing constantly and, meditating and all this, what are the steps that they can take right now to set goals? Can you give us like a few tips?
Well, I think one of the most important things in goal getting and goal setting is, first of all, writing that I have every one of my clients write a utopia letter. How does your perfect world look like in 5 years? As if everything you've ever wanted has come true. Because you got to have something to aim for. And once you complete that, you get a clearer vision of what it is you want to step towards. And so that is probably my number one first step for every one of my clients. I update mine every year.
Okay, so now I have to ask you a question about this letter. Do you find that people don't really write what they want? They write, like they know what they want, but they pull back and they say, well, I'm going to write what I think I can achieve in the next year. So they're not really as bold and aggressive with what they have written down. Do you find that they're too willing to compromise?
That does happen, and so I really talk to my clients about this letter and about that this is your dream. If everything was perfect and you had everything you wanted, what would it look like? What would it feel like? What would it taste like? I want all those feelings in there. And, as they go through, they stumble a little bit. And I'm like, there's no judgment here. Whatever you write down is whatever you write down. And it is funny that it takes a little bit to get started, but once people get started, and by the end of my coaching program, they're usually going back and go, oh, I forgot something in my letter. I need to put this in there. And so it's fun, because now they can see the possibility of their dreams. So yeah, it's dream big. This is your life. Dream big.
Well, that's amazing. I noticed that when I was working with clients and doing a lot of goal setting, when I worked with individuals, I noticed that it almost was that there was a fear involved that their life would maybe change too much if they got the full goal. So what they would do is they would kind of move a little bit back and pull themselves back because they would be afraid of how, what would change in their life. So give us a little bit of the mechanics of how your program works. Tell us about it.
And you bring up a very good point. Is people may start moving towards their goal and go, oh, this is too big, and that's I tell people that's okay. We're just uncovering a limiting belief. Now it surfaced. Now we can do something. I used to be a self-limiting belief hunter, but I figured out that those self-limiting beliefs will come up when they need to come up, and then we can deal with them then. So that's kind of how I run now. Is I don't go looking for self-limiting beliefs because they will surface, and when they surface, we go ahead and do simple exercises and techniques to move through those. So the program works. It's a really neat concept. We start with your dreams. We start out very big. Imagine a funnel. We start out this huge, huge dream. And as we go through the program, we narrow down, narrow down, narrow down until we get to what I call a power-focused goal. And then we take that power-focused goal and we use it just as, and I explain it, if anybody has had debt, there's a system out there that, you pay your smallest bill off first, and then you take the money there and move it into the next bill, and then you move, you take all that money and move it into the next bill. Well, it's no different. What we do is take that one power-focused goal, we do that until it's complete, we take the energy from that goal and move it into our next goal. So we're stair-stepping closer and closer to our dream world. In doing so, using the power of focus, it seems to come faster because it does because we are using the power of focus for this. So that's, we're just taking your dream, narrowing it down, figuring out what our power focus goals are, and then we just keep moving one after the other, after the other, after the other. And we're stepping right into your dream life.
This is so important. This power focus goal concept is so important. I'd really like to do a show just really digging deep into that power focus goal and understanding exactly how we can set that power focus goal. It's really interesting because I was working with someone, a friend, and who was looking for a partner. And I said, well, so what are you looking for in this partner? And as she was talking about her list, she kept saying, well, I'd like this, but I'd settle for this. And she kept doing that. And I said, this is your fantasy. This is your big opportunity to find exactly who you're looking for. You can write that list. Imagine if that person was right in front of you. Don't compromise. Go for all of it. And then if you have to compromise in the end because maybe, this or that, you can compromise. But I feel that people compromise right out of the gate, and that power focus goal either becomes like too long out or much smaller than it could be, or something that they think is easily attainable, when I think the power focus goal, if I understand correctly, is like, let's go for this one thing and let's just go for it. And they tend to be a little bit apprehensive about it. So I'd love to do a show just on power focus goal and all the things that we can do from having that power focus goal.
Well, absolutely. The power focus goal is very important. It is a very important piece because it speaks to our subconscious mind. And I'll just say one thing because I won't get into the subconscious mind today because we could spend 6 shows on talking about the subconscious mind, as you know, and I love talking about it. But I will tell you, it's those small victories that we get, quick victories. We're getting that quick victory. We're taking these power focus. They're attainable. They're quick. You're moving up, moving up, moving up. And so they're very quick. And so that gives you a sense of success right out the gate. And then you get another sense of success. That starts changing, again, the mindset of success. So we're just, having victory after victory after victory.
So this sounds amazing because when we look at it, if we're able to set ourselves up to have a success right away, then it seems like that fuels the next success and the next success. So it makes it much easier.
Just like that whole system we were talking about, you take that energy and move it into the next.
So the power focus goal, tapping, visualization, what other tools can you tell us about, like really quickly, that you use, that you help your clients use in your goal-getting program? Anything else?
I also use some NLP techniques that I've learned, and those again go through the subconscious mind. But I also want to talk. There's the Sedona method. There's many ways for getting yourself into a higher frequency of emotions where we want to be, because like attracts like, as we're talking about, the law of attraction. How we want to stay up there in that gratitude, and just simply by using some simple things like taking gratitude walks, doing a gratitude meditation that takes 3 to 5 minutes. Using these, I make simple and effective tools to use throughout your day, so you can stay in that very emotion of gratitude, thankfulness, those higher emotions, love, happiness, joy. So, there are simple tools out there. Just by, for example, in Fun with Visualization, I talk about stop, drop, and roll. As soon as you're feeling less than joyous, then you just stop. Then you drop that feeling, because it is a choice. You drop the feeling, and then you roll in a new one. Now you can drop that feeling by, all the tools I've explained, the Sedona method, the tapping, there's some by Byron Katie, and all those, in the back of my book you can find little explanations. First of all, explanations for them, and then second of all, I put the websites in there where you can go and actually, go to the actual website for those. And so stop, you drop the feeling, by one of those methods, roll in a new feeling. You roll in that joyous feeling by gratitude, thinking of something you're grateful for, thinking of something that brings you great joy in your life, and just getting that feeling. And, I've learned a lot about just the simple things in life that are you can be just so thankful for.
So, just to let you know, here's the book, Fun with Visualization, and the stop, drop, and roll is right there on page 13 in the book. It is phenomenal. This has really made a difference in my life. When I get upset or tweaked or angry or whatever, I feel like that person is living rent-free in me. I stop the feeling, I drop the feeling, and then I roll in my usual happiness. And what Starr's talking about in the back of the book, we have many different, she includes many different methods here, and also information on the tapping and kind of a short synopsis of that. One of the things I want you to do, Starr, though, is go back and tell us, what does the NLP stand for, because people out there might not know what.
Yes. It's called neuro-linguistic programming, and it's just different techniques that I've learned to coach with that talk to the subconscious mind in its language. So neuro-linguistic programming.
Perfect. Thank you. Star, we are out of time. Can you believe it? It felt like it was like 10
It
minutes.
always flies by. It always flies by because I'm talking about something I am so passionate about and just love so much.
So where can we get your book?
You can either go to my website, funwithvisualization.com, or Amazon.com also carries Fun with Visualization. April 15th, that is my goal, to have this book into publishing. And then I'm going to have a self-study program after that. However, I'm already coaching on this program, Fun with Goal Getting. So they can contact me. They can just go to my website and contact me if they have any questions.
So the Fun with Visualization is available on Amazon. The Fun with Visualization 30-day coaching program, which I cannot possibly recommend more highly, is available now, and that's a one-on-one, or sometimes I know you have group sessions.
Yes.
And the Fun with Goal Getting is available in the coaching program right now, and the book should be available soon.
Yes, that's exactly right. And the Fun with Goal Getting also incorporates the Fun with Visualization. The Fun with Goal Getting is a year-long program, but it starts out for the first 2 months. We're meeting a lot. We're doing all your goals. Then we're doing the 30 days of visualization. And then we have some follow-up. And then I follow up monthly with you thereafter. So it's a really, really great way of staying on track with your goals.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And the other thing I just wanted to tell you, and I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it, Star, somebody sent me a YouTube video for this phenomenal new music that they created, and I'm going to put that in the link so people can listen to that music and like that music. These guys are starting out and they're creating this phenomenal music. It feels like it's from another world. It's so wonderful. The other thing I'm asking is to check out Celtar's Business on the Beach. Star is going to be with me there, and Yudi. We're going to have fun, 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 and that's going to be all about book marketing and media training. That's going to be great. We're going to be doing visualization. We're going to be doing goal setting. We're going to be doing tapping. We're going to learn all the things we talked about here today and learn how to use those to market your book more effectively and get more media. And then another thing that I want you to do is please subscribe to my channel, because and comment. Let us know what you think. I really want to see what topics you want to hear, what topics you want to learn about, what you think about the channel, what you think about what we've said. I really want to have a lot more interaction with you, my viewer. So, Star, thank you so much. I can't wait to get you back on. We're going to have so much fun. I always love talking to you, and we are going to be talking about the subconscious. I just did 3 shows on the subconscious mind and subconscious behavior, and I would love to get you on talking about it. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Lori. And I can't wait to go check out the music because I love music.
You're going to love this music, Star. You're going to love this
Excellent.
music. Yeah, so I'm going to put that there. And also comment, let us know what's going on. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.
Thank you, Lori.